Our second speaker is Dr. Simon Torok. Simon is communication and marketing, works in communication and marketing for CSIRO Marine and Atmospheric Research in Aspendale, Victoria. Again, I've known Simon for many years. He's actually an atmospheric scientist himself. I think he did his PhD in that. And he's also written many books with Paul Holper on science, including a recent one on climate change, What You Can Do About It, which is published by CSIRO Publishing and Macmillan. So welcome, Simon.
Thanks very much, Jenny. It's really glad to be here from a very practical perspective. I've been working in communicating climate change for a few years, and it's good to look around the audience and see people who've looked at this from an academic perspective as well as other practical perspectives. So, yeah, I'm really hoping to take a few things away by the end of the day that help me in my job, which is communicating the work, the climate change work in particular, the marine and atmospheric work at CSIRO. Because I work in marine and atmospheric research, that's where a lot of the underlying science about the science of climate change is undertaken through modelling and so on. So there's a lot of bad news, especially the gloom and doom people. But I hope I'm not one of the people that Jenny referred to as also taking pleasure in bad news. It's actually good that now in our areas we're starting to get some good news, particularly about the adaptation and mitigation side. Some very messages about action. So I think that's one of the things we need to, well, that I particularly like to keep in mind, and that is to have some optimism that it's not all gloom and doom. So how do we do that with the noise of skeptics around us? Jenny asked us to consider two questions: the challenge of how to deal with noisy skeptics and the opportunity. So as far as how to deal with noisy skeptics, let's start off by saying, let's don't. Now, I don't mean to stick our head in the sand and pretend that it's not a problem, but I think from a CSIRO perspective, we don't go out to bat directly against the skeptics. Perhaps we will if CSIRO is directly attacked. We can set the record straight in the media, and perhaps we would defend the science if it's, again, to correct the record, to be particularly badly portrayed. But I think what we try to do in CSIRO is be on the front foot and get our science out directly. In Ross Garno's presentation yesterday, he said we shouldn't aim to defeat the vested interests, but aim to overwhelm them with public interests. So that resonated with me, because I think what we're trying to do at CSIRO is make sure that we've got lots of information out there, as I say, being on the front foot, putting out media releases about all the results that are coming forward, and certainly having a consistent message that climate is changing. I think, again, I don't mean to just put our head in the sand and think that the skeptics aren't out there. I think another important element to dealing with the skeptics is making sure that material is available, so that the latest science is up there on the web, or published out there in pieces and so on. Definitely, again, being on the front foot and making sure that we're putting the science out there actively, not defensively, spending time responding to skeptics. So that would be one perspective on how to deal with the challenge of noisy skeptics. As far as the opportunity,